Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. In this video, I'll speak about USDJPY. And as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I'll cover the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the big players and institutions are doing and how they're moving and shifting their orders, which is what you see right here. And by the end of the video, by putting together these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. So without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is rejecting to the upside a quite strong, important monthly demand and support zone. In fact, what we can see is that starting from here already, the market was respecting this area as demand and support. And then we had multiple occasions in which the market went, tested its zone, and respected it as demand and support. So we saw strong institutional buying at this level in the past. And we're now seeing the exact same thing. And we will be speaking about institutional buying in just a few moments when we move to the commitment of traders analysis. But for now, let's keep in mind that the market is testing a quite strong demand and support zone. It has already found support at the level and is currently starting to reject it to the upside and building up that bullish momentum. So there is definitely the possibility to see this continuation to the upside. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Well, here on the weekly, the situation looks interesting as well. We can notice even more clearly the demand and support zone. We can notice that the market already tested it 3 times in this last test that we have seen on the monthly. Here on the weekly, we can notice more details. So we can see that already 3 times the market respected this zone. So 3 times strong buyers came in and the level essentially was respected as support and was defended by strong buyers. So there is the possibility to see more continuation to the upside away from this level, potentially the market also breaking above this structure zone. And we will be speaking about this structure level in more detail when we drop down on the daily time frame. But for now, let's go and see what is going on when it comes to the commitment of traders. So what the big players and the institutional players in the market are doing. Well, the first thing that we have to keep in mind is that if we are looking at the data for the JPY, we are actually already looking at the JPY USD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So if we want informations on USDJPY, we simply have to reverse everything. So if institutions are shorting the JPY, they are longing USDJPY. And what we can see is that is in fact exactly what they're doing. We went from having net positions of 179K all the way down to only 132K. So institutions have been shorting the JPY, so longing USDJPY, increasing their shorts from 21.9K to 46K. And longs essentially got decreased from 204K to 178K. So if you reverse that, means that institutions are adding longs to USDJPY and closing their shorts on USDJPY. Therefore, they are expecting a reversal to the upside and they are defending that level that we have previously identified on the monthly time frame as strong demand and support. So let's keep this in mind and drop down on the daily time frame. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find linked in the description, so you never miss new updates. Now back to the analysis. So from a daily perspective, what do we have? Well, here in the daily, we have resistance here at the high. We have seen that already in the weekly time frame. That is the level I was speaking about. Until the market will remain below this zone, it will be very hard for the market to continue higher because this level has been acting as very strong resistance. However, we are still not at that level and we have still space for more bullish continuation for the market to go and test this level. And actually this level should be acting as a magnet for the price for the market to go and test what kind of liquidity there is inside of the zone. Now, from a structure perspective, if we follow the movements of the market, we can see the impulse, the correction, and the break above. This means that this level is now previous resistance now turns support here. So if the market will now go and retest this previous resistance turn support, essentially what we have at this level is a zone inside of which, since institutions are already adding longs on USDJPY, we could see even more longs added from an institutional perspective, at that point further increasing the probabilities of a reversal to the upside and for the market to actually go and test resistance and supply area. So if the market will retrace to this demand and support zone, what would I expect? Well, as usual, and as my students know very well, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential reversal to the upside after this correction and the market to go higher and test that very strong supply and resistance zone that we have just identified. That definitely wouldn't surprise me. Now, if you want to learn more, I really recommend that you go and check out my website, which is linked in the description, because what you see me share here on YouTube is actually just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, if you head over to the website in the description, you will have the possibility to join the best trading program on the planet. You will gain access to all the courses ranging from the very basics of charting all the way to the more advanced topics like building automated trading strategies using the MQL4 programming language, building portfolios of strategies using quantitative finance tools like the Quant Analyzer, and much more. You will have the possibility, in fact, to gain access to the trading station software with the Telegram notifications integration, one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, the COT data software, which often you see me use directly in my YouTube videos, on all my platforms actually. And if you scroll down, you will see that you also have the possibility to get the integration. So all my EAs, which you find here presented one by one directly on the website. And you also have the possibility to gain access to my live trading show. So I live stream of all the trades on my live account as they're opened, closed, trade, and obviously managed. And if you continue to scroll down, you will see that you have the possibility to join just after here the testimonials and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So I really suggest that at least you go and check it out. The link is in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you click on the like button to support the channel. Also, any questions you might have, let me know in the comments below. Also, new pairs that you would like me to cover in my next videos. Make sure to also subscribe to the channel so you never miss new updates, and I will see you in my next video.